Hello. Practical and arrow. Yeah, last episode was really a thing, wasn't it? Last episode we did level 5. I think we spent one episode doing that entire level. And that oh, wrong level, wrong world. That took a while, didn't it? Took me a while to see the actual insight being that this move was available at the very beginning. But besides that, there was a lot of finagling as well. Either way, we're done with that one, so let's move on to level 6. Closed circuit. Let's see how much more this will take us. Alright, where am I? Here I am. Alright, music, go. Oh, I just want to make it a little bit more. This just sounds goofy, honestly. But whatever. Yeah, it's alright, it's alright. We'll just leave it. This is okay music. Anywho. No zooming in this time. We got a pretty big play area. Our goal is to get this all the way there, which basically implies just getting rid of you. But there's obviously a reason why that wouldn't work. Actually, once I get rid of this guy, I think we're just free to leave. Okay. I can teleport into the portal. Yeah, there's a little elevator set up here. Is there any reason why I would like to do this? Maybe to cause chaos within this area? I can like try and get other arrows in, if that's useful. I could also just get out and push this across if there's any need to. I don't know what this box is for. And our goal is to be able to get here to push this up. Meaning I need to bypass this arrow, which will trap me if I ever try to move right here. Okay. How will I save myself from that? Is this gonna help? Oh, maybe the problem is I need to get this golden arrow out. Why would that help me? I'm thinking of like pushing a single arrow upwards like this. But I wouldn't even be able to get in. Let alone do anything else. I just want to hold you up, right? This is very intriguing. This is just completely stuck. I have this one arrow to work with. Otherwise, I have this box. I guess the goal is to get these arrows out from here. Yeah, that seems like the only logical explanation, I guess. I mean, I do have to cause chaos somewhere. Okay, if I do have to cause chaos somewhere, what arrow do I want to come out of here? What arrow can come out of here? I guess all arrows technically have the ability to come out. Yeah, all arrows should be able to come out whenever they want to. It's just how I get everything done. What else? This can be pushed out. In particular, I probably want the down pointing arrow to fall through here. Probably down here. So what? This arrow is going to act as what, like this? How is that gonna be useful? I guess what can happen is that I can store the down arrow here, push this up to get the down arrow through, and no. Down arrow needs to fall. Yeah, I realize if I have a down arrow in this position, balancing the red, I can actually form like a balance that's very similar to this one over here. Right? I can do this, and then the down arrow will fall here. I can leave without being trapped. And I can also leave from this position out. So that's what I want. Purple arrow out. Okay. Let's see if I can start making that happen right now. So let's start by just setting up this area. Hold on. I want to portal in. Cause some chaos in general. Chaos will look like this. Purple arrow is in. Ah, if purple arrow is in, I can't get out, meaning that purple arrow has to fall in while I'm not in the box. Okay, interesting. Okay. How will that happen? Maybe I want purple arrow down here. Oh, that looks really good actually. I don't even know how I pulled that off. It looks like a balance between green and purple, but red and blue also act as buffer, so I can push purple arrow over. And then after I teleport through, purple takes the place of the there. Sure, because that works somehow. I don't even know how I got here. And like I feel like I've made a mistake now because now that purple arrow is due, we're gonna have a lot more problems with portaling and stuff. Especially since now I can't do anything very nice here. Yeah, I can't do anything very nice here. Okay. I gotta reset this. I gotta learn how to do this properly. Um. Okay. I mean, even with the purple out, I feel like we still have a major problem, which is how to get this purple down to here. It needs to fall in this column, I think. So okay, maybe that means that I have to get purple into this position, and then push the block out from underneath it so it just falls vertically downwards. That actually seems very plausible. And maybe it's okay if golden arrow was somewhere else? The golden arrow is a little bit disruptive though. I don't know if putting here is fine, because I might need that column. Either way, I am going to expect... I don't know what I'm going to expect. Okay, so again, the goal is a balance between green and purple, like that, but blue and... Okay, is there another way of doing this properly? I want to get this over here, but purple has to not be in the way, so maybe that's fine. Okay. Green is now in the way. Okay. But this also fails. So I want the blue to be a bit higher at this point. But it doesn't really make sense to push up anymore, because an up push causes the balance to break. Okay, balance is back. Balance is back, but not in a very good position. I suppose balance can also be back at this point. Alright, so just rechecking. How do you think I got that thing to work out? So this is my entrance. This is the only way I can enter the box, honestly. I can break the pattern by either pushing this way, which doesn't actually do anything for me, unless I get blue out of the way, maybe? Not really. Okay. What about the other option, which is this? This is a lot better. It allows this balance to be made, but like, again, blue needs to exist here so I can use the box itself to push purple along with me. But that's gonna be very hard to pull off. That looks like it might work. In fact, I think that does work. That's a balance. There you go. Okay, and I want to be here so that the purple actually falls. Okay. Good. I'm gonna do this now. I want to be able to push this box out of the way. General reason is because I want just maneuverability. This elevator is not calibrated correctly. Anyway, that means this. I'm gonna want to come back, push you over, get out. The portal actually is good enough of an elevator, so I don't really need this column. There you go. Come back. Actually, no, I don't come back. I push the rug out from under purple. Aha, and that's where gold is kind of a problem, isn't it? So gold, you can get out of the way now. There you go. That should work. Can get down here without gold interrupting me. There you go. Portal out. Balance. Out. Out. There you go. Very cool. Nice. Alright. Oh. What is this level? This is level 7. We're never the last level yet. And locksmithing. No, I will say that this is very lockpicked. So that may not have been a good idea. Although that is completely reversible, as long as you push this up. Gold is there. Gold can portal through. But portaling through from here doesn't seem good because this 3 block is going to block gold either way. I want to come from above and then from this position push right. Yeah, seems correct. Locksmithing. I have 2 options. Either I set off this first. How's that good for us? Doesn't help me do anything. I suppose I could push this even up, even higher up. If I got rid of these blocks. What's that useful? It doesn't help me get anywhere. It lets me push things over to the right, but why do I want that? I'm almost certain. Well, I mean, I can portal into here, so yeah, I suppose. I suppose, therefore, I want to be able to open up this space so I can come in here and push over to the right, correct? And then leave from here? That's possible. So why not do it now? Is there any reason this empty space was useful? I don't think so yet. Let's just say that's good. Okay, so we've analyzed this area. Next is this area. That's actually a very forced move. This is definitely not right, so I have to get rid of this barrier. This looks kind of bad. This looks slightly better. Although I do realize that, like, dropping purple, this is equally forced. This doesn't work because then gold can't get out. So like this is basically forced in this case. So in that case, I'm assuming therefore that it's very possible that, you know, this is also forced, and then I don't know, red might be able to be used somewhere productive. Not really. I can hold red in place in case I ever need it. I'm not losing red right now. I need to somehow get rid of this thing. The only push that's valid, I mean, I have 2 options. I have this or I have this. This looks very invalid. Although I guess I can get rid of stuff like that. Ah, but this prevents me from exiting here. Okay. Also, green gold arrow is just completely not going to work. Okay. Maybe the reason why... I'm wondering how gold is going to get past this portal without portaling through. Also, like, what's this thing all about? This looks like another lock. Once I push in, I can push out, and then like everything crumbles, and that lets me in here. I can't come out from here otherwise, honestly. Which is very interesting as well. Wait a minute. How can gold get... Yeah, wait, what? Gold needs to portal through. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I suppose this block can be pushed out and then pushed up or down. Oh, that's completely valid. Oh, okay. There are things I need to do to make sure this block is maneuverable though. For example, this block has to get out of the way. Preferably down. Because once I push this to the right, I can't push it down because the top area is inaccessible, meaning I have to push it up. So this block can't be in the way. It has to be on the bottom row as a result. So I have to be in this area first. This block can just come out for free. I don't think that has anything that causes any issues. The arrows might be a problem. Which therefore means portaling through here is actually good, I think. Otherwise you just can't come out here. This is for me alone. But if you portal through here, then I need to come here myself. And therefore at some point I must have cleared this out. Otherwise I could never have gone in. So at some point I must have been able to access this area, push this up, and then come into this area to push this block over to the right. So I can walk in freely. Okay, good to know. Okay, gold, how will you do this? If that's forced... The other move is this. That's interesting. Yeah, Uh, uh, kind of okay actually. Not really. Because once this happens, I can't get gold out anymore. The blues are a little bit weird. I can sort of hold on to blue right now by doing this. But I know that won't last because of that. Okay. Can get red to fall down there. Maybe that's the reason why I want that. Gold being, green being there is not the best. Okay, I know right now I can do. I want blues to fall down so that red here falls up. So I want to push it in here. If I push it in, that makes things very annoying for myself. Although technically not the worst. No, yes, very bad because I can't do this. Okay, very bad. I want red to fall here. Interesting. That is not undoable, is it? That is not undoable. Okay. Let's try this again. Purple has to go in here. There's no way to get purple. Or, yeah, there's no way to get purple out because if I tried to push purple over this way, golden arrow is always gonna get stuck. I think golden arrow will get stuck regardless, so I have to push purple out this way, I think. Which means purple gets involved, no matter what. This push looks okay. This push looks forced. This push also looks forced. And then from here, this is where we were stuck. I guess red could have done something up there. But I don't really see what it could have done. But yeah, but like, that's not the best, right? This move just breaks everything too. Yeah, like these two arrows just cannot be in balance, otherwise they become unbreakable as a couple. Because to do that if I want to somehow, you know, I mean that's technically reversible, or that's technically savable because the red arrow could have been just pushed over to the other side. Although I will be forced to make this move. That's technically savable. So I mean technically, yeah, I can do this. That's fine so far. Doesn't solve the problem though. Also I want to do this instead. Doesn't solve this problem. I don't know what will solve this problem. These two arrows are very annoying. Maybe golden arrow needs to already have been down here. Maybe golden arrow will help. Because golden arrow can hold up some arrows. Yeah, and I can push golden arrow out like so. Okay, so I can get this block down now. Golden arrow is free. Okay. Every other arrow here becomes completely negligible because they don't do anything anymore. They are stuck. And then this push. I can go around here. I think that's the point. I don't want to push anything here yet. In fact, I cannot. Because I need to do this. I need to get past here, which I can. Again, two options. Either do this or this. That looks kind of bad because I can't go back to the portal. I mean, kind of. I can do this, but blue portal goes there and gets stuck. So, let's say no. Let's say that's bad. Let's say this is okay. Still starting to doubt the okayness of this. Okay, maybe not. Maybe this is not okay. But none of these moves look okay. Let's just leave this first. We'll come back to it when we need to. Someone needs to hold the arrow up. Okay. Might be an arrow from this area. Otherwise, this block is free. I want to get it out so that it doesn't block the way. It also means I can do this, basically. So let's just do that for now. Yeah, okay, sure, why not? Again, something needs to hold you up, so I can enter. I don't know what that's going to be. Possibly... Purple arrow? I don't think so. Purple arrow is not holding anything up. What arrow could hold things up, though? Blue arrow? I'd say, yeah, blue arrow can hold things up. Sure. So blue arrow can do this. Can hold things up. So this can happen. Everything can fall, but... Oh. Yikes. How do I avoid that kind of situation? I guess I make it so that green falls all the way down, which allows me to, sneak past. Interesting. The problem is I need to escape. I mean, that's technically viable if I just push down. Ugh, this is a mess. How do I leave? How would I leave? Through the portal? I can't access the portal. Never could. Not even if this were here. Which... I don't know why this is actually part of the puzzle, because it's completely doable as long as I can leave, right? No. I was like, why don't I just push out one further? But obviously I couldn't do that if the block was in the way. So this block was in the way, so I couldn't have pushed this further up. At the very beginning of the puzzle, I mean. So like, I can only push it out when this goes out of the way. Which means that I'm still stuck. Always has been stuck. Is it ever possible to get red out? The long red arrow? It might be. I don't know. There's so many arrows here, it kind of just completely doesn't seem to want to work. Question, do I need to access this area vertically? Do I actually need to? Maybe I don't. Let me think about it. Purple arrow goes here. No, I need to go from here upwards. Because yeah, golden arrow will be here. And then I'll need to take this manual route. This won't help. Although this will help push you out of the way. If that happens, then I don't need to teleport back here anymore. I can just come here and push you out. Okay. That saves one portal trip. Which means I can afford to lose some stuff. I can afford to block some things. But then again, I still need to access this area. Most especially to get out this golden arrow into the portal. But I don't actually have to be in the portal myself, even though that would, basically do the exact same thing for me. But because of that, it therefore means that dropping blue is not a viable option. That's not viable. There is a situation in which it is viable though. Or is there? I was thinking it might be viable if the portal was blocked. So this falls right past. But then, how do I push the gold up? Or how do I get this to bypass here? Golden arrow might already need to be positioned up there. That makes no sense, right? That makes some sense. I don't need the portal up there. That's the entire reason why this arrow exists, right? I said that you can use this arrow to push this arrow up. Meaning I don't need to be here to push this arrow, to push this block over to the right myself. Meaning, at this point in time, gold is completely authorized to go in already. Sure. Why not? Meaning, blue can fall right through. That's another arrow saved. Or another arrow's worth of space saved. Still, doesn't tell us how to get this arrow out. Oh, but then... I might need to portal through. Which is a problem. Because I can't portal through. I can't access the portal from here. I actually do need multiple things to access the portal from here. If I held up this blue, can I undo the holding up? I think the answer is actually yes. Okay. Let's get you out of the way first. So this is a holding up, right? If I push up here, yeah, I will undo that. Can I leave? Not easily. I might need to get the other purple down here out of the way first, which I think I can. I just needed to do this. Get you out of the way. Do that. Get blue out of the way. Alright, that's both arrows out of the way. Oops. I want to get you down here first, because we know that's... This block being here is a necessary move. That. This to hold you up. Can do that entire, like, sneaking past trick that I was talking about. Which involves these two arrows having to fall to these exact positions. I can push this over to the right and everything drops. Meaning that this fall is completely valid and viable. Very good, very good. The ending should be accessible from here, I think. Importantly, okay. If that's the case, I might have needed to deal with these guys earlier, so that they don't block the way when I try and maneuver these blue and green arrows up. That should not be a problem. I can stuff them in here, and also means I can stuff this block inside, so that won't be a problem either. Okay. Not like that. That should be good. Here, here, you can fall. Do I want you to fall right now? Yes, right? Yeah, sure. Okay. This path is clear for me to make this push. The blue arrow will fall, granting me safe passage through. Okay, so that means that I can now... Okay, now what? Wait, do I need to go back in again? Huh. That is a problem. Wait, I need to go back in again? Huh. Okay, wait. Okay. I can see something. I can see a reversible action I can do. Oh, not reversible. A repeatable action. Repeatable action. So when I did this to like undo to undo this being held up, I can get rid of this arrow first, and this action is actually completely repeatable. And it should be... Oh, but once I leave, that might not be the case. Because like, it might not be repeatable from here. You just fall. And I can't really go around you. Okay, so maybe purple needs to still be here to hold up blue. Wow, that is actually really insane amounts of planning ahead that I need to do. I needed this purple to be exactly at this position for certain reasons. Well, for one reason, and that one reason is to hold up blue in such a way I can still go past it. Does that mean that... No, it actually means this block cannot be removed from there first, because any part of this area that this block exists in will almost definitely block my way. Okay. So that therefore means that I can do whatever I did before. Repeatable action gets this green out of the way. And to get in, I will do this, do that. Yes, this is a legitimately repeatable action. Wow, okay. What a machine. Now that means I can push you out of the way. Repeat said repeatable action. And get in myself. I want to get you out down here in case I ever need to repeat this action again for whatever reason. At the same time, actually, that probably means I can get rid of this block now. Hopefully. Same time meaning I can do this. Portal through. Portal through. Sure, we should be fine at this point, right? Yeah, I think we should be fine. We no longer need this passageway. There you go. I think we're done. Oh, that was a puzzle. That was a lot of locksmithing. But there you have it. Locksmith. Alright, and that leaves puzzle 8. The pyramid. The last one. But I think I'm going to save this for next episode. So yeah, until next time, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.